viral AI-driven YouTube videos. This is all based on an incredible guide from the channel Decoding YT. It's pretty wild. AI can now handle just about every single step of the creative process, from the very first idea to the final upload.
So let's start with the big one, the problem that stops so many people dead in their tracks. It's this huge wall of self-doubt and, all the technical stuff. The fear of writing a script, figuring out how to edit, hearing your own voice back, or just being on camera. It stops countless channels before they even get started. But what if you could just sidestep all of that? Take a look at this number. Over 75,000. That's how many subscribers one channel got using the exact AI methods we're about to walk through. That's impressive for any creator, let alone one that's basically automated. And here's the part that's really gonna blow your mind. They did it with just 14 videos. That's it. 14. Today, we're gonna show you exactly how the strategy works step by step. Okay, so let's get into it. Here's our game plan. We're gonna start with building your brand, then jump into writing with AI, generating the voice and visuals, and finally putting the whole video together. It's the entire workflow from start to finish, all powered by AI. All right, first things first. Every great channel needs a solid identity. But the cool part is, you don't need to be some kind of branding expert. We're gonna see how AI can basically become your personal branding consultant. And the whole process really just breaks down into these 3 simple steps. You can knock all of them out with just a few smart prompts to an AI like ChatGPT, coming up with a name, creating a logo, and designing your channel art. So the key here, right, is finding a name that's not just memorable, but actually available. The guide has this simple trick. Generate a whole list of ideas, and then just stick a suffix like YT or hub on the end. That way you can grab a clean channel handle right from the get-go. So you've got the name, next up, the logo. And you can do the same thing. Just feed the AI a concept that matches your channel's vibe, like a rising mountain with a flag for a motivational channel. Then have that same AI generate the actual image, telling it exactly the style, the colors, and the layout you want. Okay, with the brand all set, we need some content. And this is where things get really interesting, because AI can go from being your designer to your personal co-writer, ready to pump out endless ideas. Here's a really clever little hack for finding topics that you know are already working. Find some popular videos in your niche, copy their titles, and just ask an AI to brainstorm a list of new, original ideas that are kind of like them. It's like an instant fountain of inspiration.
But look, an idea is just the beginning. So once you have a killer title, how do you actually get a script that's compelling? The source lays out a few powerful ways to do it, but one of them is a total game changer.
And this is it. They call it the magic prompt. It's not just, asking for a story. It's this incredibly detailed formula for creating a totally custom narrative. It gives you precise creative control over what you get back. Now, what's so cool here is how these 6 attributes work. Think of them like creative dials on a storytelling machine. You can set the exact word count, the setting, who the hero is, the tone, the structure, even the moral of the story. This level of control is what stops you from getting that generic, boring AI stuff. It helps you guide the AI to write not just any story, but exactly the story you want to tell. Of course, even the best script in the world is going to fall flat without a great delivery. So, let's get into the next phase. Using AI to generate both a powerful voiceover and all the stunning visuals to go with it. When it comes to AI voices, the source points to one tool as being the absolute top choice for these automated channels. 11 Labs is just really well known for its super high-quality, realistic-sounding voices. And this shows you how to do it right. You're not just picking a random voice, you're actually filtering for specific traits that match your content. For these motivational stories, the goal is a voice that sounds wise, experienced. So by filtering for things like narrative style, gender, and age, you can find that perfect, deep, calm voice that makes the story feel really immersive. But here's a really critical detail, especially if you're thinking about monetizing your channel. While that free plan is pretty generous, the source points out that to legally use these voices on a monetized YouTube channel, you've got to have a paid subscription that includes a commercial license. It's a small but super important investment. Okay, now for the visuals. This simple equation. This is the core of a powerful motivational video. You're just combining that audio story we just made with a compelling visual story. When they work together, that's when you get a real emotional impact. And this is the exact workflow that turns your script into a visual masterpiece.
It's a simple but really powerful loop. You take one line of your story, you give it to ChatGPT, you ask it to create a detailed image prompt, and then you just paste that prompt into an image generator like Leonardo AI. Do that for every line, and boom, you have a full storyboard.
All right, we've got our script, our voiceover, and a whole folder of amazing visuals. The final step is to bring it all together in the edit and turn all those raw pieces into a polished, cinematic video. You know, the editing itself doesn't have to be super complicated. The key is just adding subtle motion and atmosphere. Simple stuff like dip to black transitions, a slow zoom on each image to give it some life, and atmospheric overlays like fire embers can make these AI visuals feel incredibly cinematic. Add the right background music and captions, and you are good to go. And this is what you get. A compelling story with an opening that just pulls you right in, and it's all brought to life entirely by AI. The script that was written, the voice that's speaking, the visuals you're seeing, it was all automated. Even the thumbnail, which is one of the most important things for getting clicks, follows a simple, effective formula. All you need is a compelling, AI-generated image that really captures the heart of the story, paired with clear, bold text from your title. Rinse and repeat. So when you boil it all down, the technical roadblocks to making content, well, they're just disappearing. As we've seen, pretty much anyone can be a creator now, without showing their face or even using their own voice. And that leaves us with a really big question about the future of creativity itself. When the tools are this accessible to everyone, what's going to define a truly great storyteller? That's all for this explainer.